Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. We're having one fun for you all here on Crossroads on the Western Front. Let's go through the players. We're in the United States today. We have Valve Roberts as Rifle Company straight to the gate with blue and gray. Ooh. And Professor as definitely says without a command choice yet. I imagine Valve Roberts is going to get a lot of ground very quickly because they're getting the blue and gray early. The blue and gray can really just allow you to get a lot of ground very quickly as the United States.
Rear echelon squad ready for action.
Yeah, triple blue and gray. Wow, is he gonna try and overrun the Mthis? Well, I don't think these Storm Pioneers gonna have a good time. These rear echelon, I mean. Although they might actually get the sandbags up, and they do. Now the Storm Pioneers could actually be in trouble. But they did get a good kill there. It helps having that Sturmgewehr on the squad leader. There's good shots out that actually forcing the rear echelon off. Early Jeep coming out for the United States as well. Germans going for a second Storm Grenadier there, playing a little bit more conservatively. Have to be very cautious against so many American infantrymen. Basically, when there's going to be several blue and grays around just securing the map. Need to get them into a good position where they can just shoot them to pieces. Those blue and gray squads are easier to hit because of their low quality. So, like, the Storm Pioneers will win out in this engagement in the long run. But it's going to take a while just because it's a long-range engagement. Now there's also a Jeep around, so... And the blue and gray can just work together and start flanking. Oh, looks like Professor has gone for SS Panzer. Ooh, should be fascinating to see. And going straight for a Panzerjäger probably to deal with the Jeep. That already know it's around. But the gunner there, pretty nice there. Now Storm Grenadiers getting into positions. The problem is these Storm Pioneers could be flanked, the Storm Grenadiers could be flanked. Just as they're trying to flank this blue and grey squad. There's some good shots there. Maybe being thrown their way. But Storm Grenadiers are pretty damn accurate, as you can see. And then the Jeep quickly searches around. Having a mobile 30 caliber can really help out. Storm Grenadiers using their cover again. We get to use a lot of cover with all these Americans getting around. And the Americans also getting a 30 caliber behind this. But the Storm Grenadiers are pretty good at holding up behind heavy cover, as you can see. Here's the Panzerjäger. Get a good shot there. And you can see out in the open, the blue and gray just get mowed down by the Storm Grenadiers. Doesn't take a long time with their shots. They are very accurate after all. Yeah, that's really high quality infantry. Especially for so early. Ooh, this 30 caliber could actually be in trouble. Yep, grenade being thrown. Ooh, and that, yep, that's a building collapse too. And now the blue and grey situation, I think, is somewhat counteracting Ralph Roberts' position at the moment. Oh, the G-bombs fire, but the Panzerbüchse is nearby. Got a good shot there. Ooh, and they almost killed the Jeep there. Blue and grey is going to try and flank. Storm Pioneers can also get moving. They are being equipped with MP40Is. Storm Grenadiers being somewhat everywhere at the moment. Have to be everywhere. There's an MG34 coming out here for the Waffen-SS. And now with MP40Is, they can lay down suppressive fire with their submachine guns. Even more blue and grey showing up. And now we have a squad of the Big Red 1. Normal American rifle infantry. Equipped with a 30 caliber light machine gun. Which is the unique upgrade if you're playing as Rifle Company, which can actually be a really powerful upgrade for them. Just because it can fire 250 rounds before it has to reload. Which should not be underestimated. OG trying to get close here. MP4 is opening up. There we go, they killed the gunner. More blue and grey rushing up here. I almost feel the Storm Grenadiers should invest in getting some MP40s to try and deal with all these American infantrymen. As the MP40s is a fairly accurate submachine gun. NT-34 sitting up. Now the Sturmpein is in trouble. Quickly having to run back. The Germans have been denied fuel points so far, which is certainly hurting. Second NT-34 being called in. NT-34 rushing up to these sandbags. And setting up. And now the Americans are going to have trouble dealing with these, I reckon. I mean, with the second one, they can cover another flank with it. Depending where they want to put it. And they could put it to cover down here, but you never know. But that might be what the plan is, though. Yeah, they're setting up the MD-44 to cover down here. We also have a tech up and an Aufklärer, so the Waffen-SS is really focusing on trying to get more units out now. Or, well, better units. Are they actually able to secure their fuel point at this point? One can hope and see. Looks like they're aiming for it. I don't think the Americans can stop it at this point. They do have the Jeep trying to do its best. But at this long range against Sturm Grenadiers at the high and heavy cover. Oh, they only hit the driver? Oh, that's not good. That's bad luck, actually. Fuel point will become German. There they go. Oh yeah, Blue and Grey do have smoke grenades despite being low quality infantry. Which is pretty good for them as a German, as an American faction. Allied faction, really. And I think it's only the Soviets that really lack smoke grenades for their basic infantry and cheap infantry. I think all the other factions do have smoke grenades available. Do we have takeoff for the United States? I think they do. And they also have the upgrades so their riflemen can fire at full speed. We also have a 30 caliber here. Air-cooled for the United States. And the 42 hand out to some Sturm Grenadier, drastically improving their firepower. Throwing a steel hand grenade there. They get suppressed though. They probably got some good... Yeah, they got the gunner there. And they seem to focus on the Blue and Grey. Oh, but now the 30 caliber from the Jeep is actually doing a lot of work. Maybe there's also an assault here from the Blue and Grey. The Blue and Grey doing a lot of work. And that might actually be that squad. Yeah, there he goes. Aufklärer on the field, but he's been spotted. Keep driving close here. Sturmpein is rushing up with the MP40Is. Grenade assault being used here by the Blue and Grey. But despite being low quality infantry, they can actually be upgraded to use grenade assault. Waffen-SS does have their Schwerwehrmacht-Schlepper here to take up. Looks like it's going to be the Infanterie-Hauptquartier. They can heal up back at the base. That Jeep has been surprisingly good. It's actually veterancy free, but now it's gone. And it's also been completely destroyed. The Germans just really want to get rid of that Jeep now. Don't blame them. Don't blame them at all. More Sturmgrenadiers moving up, being equipped with some more MT-42s. We're being thrown here by the Blue and Grey. And the United States have also brought a medic back at the base so they can heal their troops up to full, which is good to see. We it's not being used to recruit the MG30, not the MG34, 30 caliber. It says uses the MG34 model. Let's see, Pack 40 being gotten here quick. They're probably afraid of a really American vehicle, but the Americans got an 8 on themselves. They're probably afraid of an early German vehicle. Never know what the enemy gets after all.
This is it.
Supply half truck is ready for orders.
Assembled and
The
ready.
Germans are moving into the graveyard with more equipment. Doing great from spotted. 30 caliber here is ready to open up soon enough. The smoke grenade being popped there, good to see. Germans being smart about it.
Yeah. On your feet, ladies.
Our supply line's cut.
Another grenade thrown, they probably expect the Americans to run through there. They were just a little bit short of time there. And, 30 caliber opening fire here, almost killed the storm grenadiers. Lots of smoke grenades being thrown. And the 34 probably should move back. There's a lot of back and forth here in this graveyard. Now James can open fire again with the MP40Is and their MG34. And the Aufklar knows where the machine gun is. Ooh, that's a very risky maneuver out in the open there. Because they have no cover. That might actually be the death for their squad. Yeah, it is. And even the Aufklar got detected. Replacement Storm Pioneer also being called in immediately. Pack 40 sitting up here behind the bench. Panzer Strike upgrade here on the Panzerjäger. Germans also getting for some Fahrzeughauptquartiers so they can get some light vehicles if they want. Ralph Roberts making good use of just utilizing the blue and grey here as a constant issue for the Germans to deal with. And good use of smoke grenades and just grenades in general makes them actually surprisingly decent.
Ready to deploy.
24 reloaded there. So the Germans are going to try and attempt on the southern push instead. Oh, there's a minefield down there though.
This is it.
Attention! Ready yourself for orders!
I have a bad feeling about all this. I have just tried to be in good spirit.
Combat package received.
Attack howitzer also coming out here for the United States. There's also an American fighting position that's... Actually, no, that's a fighting position. That's a 50 caliber machine gun nest. That might have to be able to keep the Germans off pushing down there. Oh, a double A2 Sherman. Ooh. Now this could be a problem for the Germans. Double A2 Sherman just after Uncommon Valor. Oh boy. Germans do have a Panzerjäger and a pack, but Germans, if used correctly, can be very hard to deal with.
The battle is about to commence.
Nah, this 50 caliber emplacement can just cover everything.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
And that's something they can easily push up on.
One of our capture points.
More mines also being laid. We do have a command tank and F1, which is certainly not going to do that much on its own. But it can take out that 50 caliber emplacement until the Shermans roll up.
Infantry group lost. Fire group ready.
One more shot and it should no longer have its gun up.
Positions is sustaining fire.
Yeah, got her killed. But the A2 Sherman is coming up.
The enemy has destroyed an emplacement.
Oh, big flank here on the MG44. Is that turned the right way? Now the Sherman wheels itself. But Sherman's being used to focus on the F1.
Germans are making a push.
Agreed there on the Storm Grenadiers, force them off. Smoke pop on the F1, but the ship's just gonna pursue. Panzerjäger setting up nearby. They miss. F1 manages to penetrate. But Sherman keeps chasing it down. Sherman is theoretically the superior tank to the F1 Panzer IV. Looks like it will win here. Yeah, F1 down. Another pack being prepared here quickly by the Germans. And now the Sherman showing up as well. Storm Pioneers are in big trouble down here. Oh, good high explosive almost kills them.
Sherman ready.
Now machine guns on the tanks and the blue and grey can finish them off.
Squad, listen up. I'm bleeding. Squad under fire.
Yeah, I think the Germans are very much in trouble here. That's when all the Shermans just start rolling up like this.
Cut our supply line.
And the machine guns just prevent the Germans from getting out here because the Sherman has 3 machine guns on it, as you can see. 2 30 calibers and a 50 caliber on top. It's a lot of firepower if you have no cover. And especially these Panzerjägers not gonna get far, as you can see. You just cannot rush out here without any cover. Pack 40 sitting up. You also have the pack howitzer now opening fire on the base. And a 4th Sherman also coming up. The Germans had no idea the American push into this area would start being so heavy.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Yeah, Professor's in a very bad spot.
Sherman ready.
I think Ralph Roberts is waiting for all the Shermans to be ready to push in together, because with 4 Shermans you could easily overrun this pack and the Panzerjägers, I think. Especially with all these machine guns upgraded on. That's just too many Shermans. The SSR is still gonna try and take up fully behind this though, which honestly is brave. Here comes the Shermans. Oh, the pack shot at the infantry. Oh no! And the machine. Oh, they do manage to get a critical hit, but the pack is now pinned. Artillery also being called in here by the United States captain. Pack cleared out. 105 shells landing. Yeah, the Germans cannot stop this. There's just too many American tanks. But this is a good example of a very short match on a 1v1, a very small 1v1, where if the Americans just get going early, you just get overrun. And the Waffen-SS is not the best faction in a very small map, I feel, especially for certain situations like this. If the Americans get the upper hand against Shermans out, you're just in trouble. As you can quite clearly see. Now there's some of the Sherman pushing up here. It just doesn't stop, there's too many Shermans. And they take out the sniper now. Yeah, Professor could easily just surrender at this point. And there they go. Well, that was a short match, but I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!